I really need Arbok to die. Giratina recovering is unfortunate. That double miss. Oh, that's horrible. That scary face, really? That could just, like, make us loose. Oh, I forgot that I have these seeds. Okay, well, I'm gonna end up having to get Reviver seeded here, but I'm gonna do this. There we go, get that defense down. Oh, thank goodness Arbok died. Ooh, the dodge. I'm still slow, though, which is making this impossible to deal with. All right, yeah. Die. Stop missing the Giratina! This Giratina having Earth Power is so frigging annoying, bro. Stop missing the Drapion! It's almost dead! Oh, Giratina died, thank goodness. Of course you get an Oranberry. Oh, thank you for the para. Okay, we got out of it. I honestly think we got a little lucky there. What an annoying fight. Why did they stop fighting? That's enough, Giratina. Weavile, I can't help but notice that you ordered your team to stand back after such a short time. I've seen you in battle before, and you've clearly been holding back during this encounter. So, we're on the same page, then. There's no reason to truly attempt to deal with these two until their orbs are taken away. Are you ready for our change in scenery? I'll pass. Are you questioning our plan? We're not fighting those two anymore, and we're done working for you. What? What is this music? Lady Weavile, what are you saying? Listen to the rest of your team, Weavile. Do you really find it wise to turn your back on the soon-to-be leader of the world? Yep. Sorry, Darkrai. You shouldn't have trusted a thief to do your dirty work. They just used an escape orb? An escape orb. You really think that you're clever, don't you? But it's no matter. You two are still coming with me. Giratina, now! Ah, well, Distortion World time. Thank goodness we got those 2 Reviver Seeds. Yo, they actually have the Origin Form! Is Origin Form in the game normally, or did they have to get a custom sprite for that? There will be no more surprises, Rogue. You have no escape, and we're inside Giratina's domain. Braloom, braloom, braloom. Whether you accept it or not, your true purpose will finally be fulfilled. Oh my goodness, it's actually a back-to-back boss fight, and I don't have any, Reviver Seeds, no. Yo, huge para. Alright, Giratina, we have to get rid of you ASAP. Take that. Oh, the bite. Look at that damage. We need this Giratina dead now. Look at that damage. Holy cow. Dude, that turn 1 para might actually let us get away with this. Holy cow, he's dead already. I wish I had another Vile Seed. I got the para and the cringe. Oh. Oh! Finally, after all of the awful RNG we had in, like, the last 2 streams, the game is finally back on my side. Let's go. Thank you, Vile Seeds. Darkrai isn't even using any, like, actual attacking moves. No, not Dark Void! I hate this. No, no! Come on! That was just an... Ah, that's so annoying! That's just an insta-kill! If he hits you with Dark Void, you just lose! Oh, that's so dumb. Man, that was going so well, and then we just got cheated. Ugh. I really wish I had Reviver Seeds right now. The only way to avoid dying to that is a Reviver Seed. That's so annoying. If I get back up there and they make me do the Weavile fight again, I might actually just quit. I have definitely not been a fan of how this hack has done boss fights. Purely because they just, like, make it so annoyingly difficult to get Reviver Seeds. Like the Shaman boss and fighting all of Team Charm with the weird floor positioning. Missing 2 moves in a row? Come on, game! Making it really difficult to have fun right now. But Giratina and Darkrai at the same time, and Darkrai can just use Dark Void and it insta-kills you, basically? That's so annoying. Does Darkrai even have Dark Void in the base game? I don't think that the Darkrai boss fight even lets him use Dark Void. Probably because the devs realized that it would be stupid and unfun for Darkrai to just have a move that if he uses it, you lose. Oh my goodness, these misses, dude. I'm gonna lose my freaking mind. Please give me some more Reviver Seeds on this floor. The Mystery Dungeon games are, like, designed around Reviver Seeds being a thing. It is so frustrating that this hack has done, like, everything they can to remove them without just straight up taking them out of the game. Boop. Detect ban. Do you still have the Insomnia Scope? I don't think I do. Even if I do, it's in my storage. Die. But it doesn't matter, because Darkrai is not supposed to have Dark Void. That's not a move that Darkrai should have. And if you don't just predict that they gave him Dark Void and that it's the most annoying thing ever, and then bring an Insomnia Scope specifically for it, then you just lose, which is garbage. Also, I wouldn't need an Insomnia Scope if the game just let me have Reviver Seeds. Dead. No Reviver Seeds this time. I swear if it makes me do the fight with Weavile again here. Should I actually take the evasive boost item and hope? Yes! Good game design. It makes you do- I might quit. You've got to be joking me. Ah, cool. 3 misses. I cannot believe it just makes you do this again immediately. Oh no, Ice Shard. Why do you have Earth Power of all things? Have I missed the Weavile with every single diss? I must have hit it with at least one if that killed. Please, Para. Dang. Oh, Eevee. I didn't realize Eevee was low on health. I mean, Eevee wasn't low on health. Eevee was at like half, but Dragon Claw does 68 damage. This is like almost equivalent to unplayable. I think I'm actually gonna end stream, and I still want to finish it, but I just want to finish this final boss, and then my opinion of the hack has dropped so considerably here. You have to do a fight against 4 Pokemon: Weavile, Drapion, Arbok, and Giratina, which is the most, like, random garbage assortment of Pokemon ever. Like, not that the Pokemon are garbage, they're all really cool Pokemon, but so random to be like, yeah, we're just gonna, like, Giratina boss fight, but we're gonna throw in Weavile, Arbok, and Drapion for funsies. And then you have to immediately fight Giratina, Origin, and Darkrai right after, and Darkrai has Dark Void. That's so stupid. And the devs probably thought, like, oh, but it's okay, because when you get to the boss fight, we tell you that you can use orbs. And then when you get in the boss fight with Darkrai, then you see that it has Dark Void, so you know to get an Insomniascope or whatever. Yeah, that's all really cool, well and good, but if you didn't know that beforehand, then you go all the way through the Hidden Land and all the way through Temporal Tower and go through all these cutscenes and get to the top just to then be told, hey, by the way, did you, like, bring a couple of Slumber Orbs? Did you bring the Insomniascopes? Oh, you didn't? Well, leave and then come back, I guess. Can I at least only have to go through Temporal Tower again if okay, we can go to Temporal Tower's entrance at least. Do I even have any Insomniascopes? I don't even know if I do. Put this away. I don't even want Insomniascopes, I just want Reviver Seeds. Why have they made Reviver Seeds impossible to get? No, I don't have any Insomniascopes. I didn't think that they would design a boss that explicitly needed Insomniascopes, so I just sold them to get some extra money, because that's not something you need in the Mystery Dungeon games, typically. The normal Mystery Dungeon games never have a boss that are like, hey, did you make sure to bring the immune to sleep item? Because if not, then guess what? You lose. That's so annoying. I hate that. I hate that decision that they did that. That's so unfun. Anyways, I guess I have to, like, get some because they made this, like, near impossible. Or I just have to, I don't even need those. I just need Reviver Seeds. I just need the game to actually let me get Reviver Seeds, and then this wouldn't be a problem. I'm very disappointed with how they, like... The overarching story has been pretty cool. I don't super love what they've done with Grovyle and Celebi. It depends on how they, like, conclude it. And, I don't know. The stuff with, like, Darkrai has been neat, but I think they've gotten a little too, like... I think that the story has gotten a little too, like, yes, we're so clever for itself. All the stuff about Darkrai talking about, like, oh, the reason, the like, armchair psychology, like, the reason that you did this, the spirit of Darkrai that we both hold, that makes it where, like, what you really wanted when you went through the portal was to encounter me, who would then refine you into your perfect true self of wanting to, not to destroy the world, but just to have control over the world, because Cresselia has control over the world, even though Cresselia doesn't. But Darkrai is like, but actually Cresselia does, but I am the one who should have control over the world, etc. It just feels a little too, like, we're so clever, instead of, like, actually being a reasonable, like, thought-out storyline to me. I really liked where they were going early on with, like, oh, there's another Darkrai, and they're doing something with Giratina, and, like, you're the original Darkrai from the game. But now I feel like they've kind of jumped the shark with it at this point to where, I don't know, it feels, like, overly complicated just for the sake of it instead of actually being cool, compared to, like, the original Mystery Dungeon storyline, and whatever the heck they're trying to do with Grovyle. They also, like, they had the thing going on early in the game where Chatot was taking, like, 90% of your income or all, and, like, Rogue and Eevee were more indignant about that and how Chatot ran things in general, but it doesn't really seem like they've gone anywhere with that. They kind of just, like, they were just like, yeah, Chatot is kind of, like, taking advantage of the guild a little bit, and, like, him and Breloom had a falling out. But then they got to this point of the game, and they're just like, well, we're doing this stuff with Darkrai now, so I guess that we're just gonna, like, throw away that entire plot line. Chatot, like, still, like, sacrificed himself for Wigglytuffs, you know. They're still all, like, cool dudes or whatever, but we're not actually gonna follow up on that at all, or, like, have any more tension with the guild. We kind of just, like, we basically just immediately got over all of that. I don't know. My opinion of the story, like, I thought that they had some really cool stuff going on, but I feel like they kind of squandered it a bit as we got deeper in. And how annoying the, like, second half of the game has been ever since we, like, went into our aura or whatever, the dream or whatever. The constant non-stop story, and then making it way more difficult to get Reviver Seeds has been so frustrating. It's made the game more annoying than it has made the game more fun. Because when you don't have Reviver Seeds, if the enemy Pokemon, like, does something like Dark Void, or if Giratina decides to Earth Power 2 turns in a row or whatever, or you get crit, or you get hit by, like, sleep or a status effect or something, like a paralysis, then you just lose. Because if you don't, the only way to get out of a situation like that, to not immediately lose in a situation like that, is to have Reviver Seeds. That's why Reviver Seeds exist in the game, but they've made it so incredibly difficult to get Reviver Seeds than it is in the normal game that I don't want to, like, just sit around and have to try and grind for them, because the simple and easy way of grinding for them, or making them, like, cheaper and show up in the shop more often, which they've made them, like, I don't know if they've actually affected them showing up in the shop, or if I've just got unlucky with them showing up in the shop, but they have definitely made them way more expensive. They're twice the cost that they are in the base game. And that just, it's boring. That takes away what makes Mystery Dungeon fun, which is like proceeding through new dungeons, leveling up, fighting Pokemon, fighting bosses, seeing the story progress. Instead, they've been like, or doing jobs, getting different jobs throughout the day that send you to, like, oh, we can go back to this dungeon, or we can go back to this one, and we can do this job to, like, try and arrest these dudes, or try and, like, escort this Pokemon, or find this. Instead of doing all of that, it's just monotype dungeon after monotype dungeon. By the way, we never give you a second to even try and grind up Reviver Seeds, and we've made it more difficult to get Reviver Seeds in the first place. So when you run into these bosses that we've made more difficult than the base game, which I'm not against some more difficult bosses than in the base game, but taking away Reviver Seeds, or making them way more difficult, way more tedious to get, makes it where I'm like, I don't want to have to sit around and try and grind Reviver Seeds because it's really slow and boring, because they've made it more slow and boring. But then we run into these more difficult boss fights that are like, hey, did you know to bring an Insomnioscope? Or did you know to bring, like, Slumber Orbs? Or like, Foe Seal Orbs, or whatever they're called? Well, I guess you lose then. And you don't have Reviver Seeds, so since you don't have Reviver Seeds, you just, like, insta-die to them, and then it's game over. It's so much less fun. It's so much less fun than just playing Explorers of Sky. So definitely my opinion is soured a bit. I think that this is the end of the game, hopefully, just this boss fight and all. So I think what I'm going to do here is we're going to end stream, and then I'm going to finish the end of the story on my own time, record it, because what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to go grind up a bunch of Reviver Seeds, maybe try and get an Insomnioscope again or something, I don't know. I don't think I need Insomnioscopes. I think I just need Reviver Seeds. The only thing that we need is Reviver Seeds, which the game has taken away. Probably because they don't want you to use Reviver Seeds. They want you to be like, no, actually, you should use those Insomnioscopes that we gave you, like, 8 missions ago. And if you happen to forget them, or you happen to have sold them because, like, selling the Insomnioscopes to me meant nothing, because I was like, why would I ever need Insomnioscopes? I'm just gonna, like, the Power Band and Pink Bow are better. But instead, they've made a very specific boss fight that is like, hey, by the way, if you don't have this one specific thing, which I've talked about this in so many other games before that I hate when developers do this, is when they're like, hey, we made a very specific boss fight that if you don't have this one very specific item, or this one, like, very specific style of play, I hate it so much. It's so annoying. It is so very annoying. It's just not fun to be like, hey, the way that you played the game for 95% of the game, well, you can't play the game like that now. You have to play the game how we wanted you to play the game specifically right here, which is with these specific items. Otherwise, you lose. It's so annoying. I hate it. What about post-game? I'm not doing any post-game in this hack. I'm not doing any kind of post-game in this hack. I'm going to finish the main game, and then we're done. But anyways, that is going to be it for today. So, you know, for those of you watching the videos on YouTube after the fact, this is either going to be the end of a video, and then, like, the next video will be me finishing the game, or I'm going to do some splicing stuff. I don't know how that's going to play out, but I'll get it done. It'll get uploaded to YouTube, and it'll be there for anyone to watch. But as far as streaming goes, this is going to be the last stream of Explorers of the Spirit, because, man, I am not about to spend an hour on stream going and grinding up Reviver Seeds or Insomnioscopes or whatever the crap the devs have decided that I have to need and they've made annoying to get. But anyways, yeah, that is going to be it. So this is either going to be a quick transition or the end of a video. Either way, I'll see ya soon.